now, I think most Marvel fans are sustaining themselves off of rumors. And I mean, sure, rumors have always been a part of the Marvel fan experience. It's cool to get excited and hyped up about the possibilities of the next crazy character or the next wild plot device that's going to be in the next movie or show. But I think especially right now when things are just looking a little grim out there, fans like myself are just kind of sustaining themselves off of these rumors. Like, it's the possibility of these dope things I've heard about happening that keeps me going as a fan. And so in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about my top 5 favorite MCU rumors. Maybe these will happen. Maybe they freaking won't. But either way, they're dope as hell and they should happen. I really hope that they happen. These are actually really dope. And also, all of these rumors have been talked about by insiders or scoopers or maybe the Hollywood trade, so I'm not just pulling stuff completely randomly out of my ass. So technically, there's a possibility that all 5 of these are gonna happen. Number 5 on my top 5 favorite MCU rumors has to be the OG Avengers returning. And look, I know there's a bunch of you that are going to be like, Iron Man had a perfect arc, Josh. How dare you suggest that he should come back? Shut your mouth when you're talking to me. Let me explain. Right now, the Avengers lineup in the MCU is lame. A lot of the characters that are actually resonating with fans right now are not getting a lot of screen time. There doesn't seem to be a lot of connective tissue. What is happening? And the OG Avengers were just incredibly well cast, and they played those characters for so long that they kind of became those characters. And I think in a world where we can recognize that Vincent D'Onofrio is incredible as Kingpin, so we should absolutely bring him from the Netflix stuff into the MCU. Same goes for Charlie Cox. Like, duh, he's the best, like, incredible cast, and we gotta have him. And at a time when we're all getting excited about Hugh Jackman Wolverine coming back, it just seems weird that so many folks are like, don't bring back Chris Evans as Cap and don't bring back RDJ as Iron Man. They had their arcs. It's over. It's like, don't do it. Like, are we really going to rob ourselves of some of the best casting decisions ever for some of the most legendary characters that we all love? And I've talked about this in streams because there were reports coming out in the Hollywood trades around the time that the Marvels was coming out where they were saying, you know, Kevin Feige's considering bringing back the OG Avengers. And maybe for more than just Secret Wars. Because, of course, we think a lot of these characters will be back for Secret Wars. But I'm selfish, man. I don't just want them back for Secret Wars. I want them back permanently. Like, I want them to go do all the weird longevity stuff with that dude Brian Johnson on the internet and have them live forever and have them be playing these characters forever. And I probably sound a little bit like the old grumpy Marvel fan, like, back in my day, we had the incredible Avengers and they were the bestest and I hope they come back. But like, all that's kind of true. And I guess the big question is, will they be back for more than Secret Wars? Because I could see them coming back for more multiversal projects, as Secret Wars might be this massive story that takes many different movies and shows and years to fully tell. But there's also the possibility that they come back for the post-soft reboot. And we've talked about this before, but there's a big-time rumor that after Secret Wars, Kevin Feige is going to soft reboot the MCU. And some people think they'll recast Iron Man. They might recast Steve Rogers at that point. But the soft reboot is supposed to be taking a lot of the canon that came before and only changing some stuff that maybe like isn't working or didn't resonate with fans. A lot of questions about what that soft reboot is even going to look like, right? But I'm just saying it might actually work to just bring the OG people back. Like, just have RDJ, have Chris Evans back, even in a post-soft rebooted MCU. Because I want to see RDJ Iron Man talking to Reed Richards, dealing with Doctor Doom, living in a world where Magneto exists. Like, I want to see that. And same goes for Chris Evans. Like, you're telling me that they want to build up the X-Men, but you don't want to have Steve Rogers and the greatest version of Steve Rogers we've ever had having conversations with Cyclops, Professor X, and like just having empathy, but also standing with the Avengers. Like, come on, man, that shit's super awesome. This rumor continues to sustain me. I know it's probably just the case that we'll get him in Secret Wars and get some cameo stuff. But I'm praying and hoping, man, to bring them back. Just bring RDJ and Chris Evans back. Just make it like it was before. And that beautifully transitions me into my number 4 of my top 5 favorite Marvel rumors. And that would be King Thanos. Now, look, I promise not every single one of my favorite rumors is just bringing back stuff that worked in the Infinity Saga to the current MCU, but this one is. What Marvel Studios was able to do with Thanos is incredible. They literally made him the new Darth Vader. Like, there's memes, people reference him all the time. Thanos is massive within pop culture now, right? And I think it would be a mistake to go into the multiverse, do a bunch of crazy variants of all kind of characters, and not do King Thanos. King Thanos is a version of Thanos that beats the Avengers, beats everybody that tries to stop him, and actually just ends up ruling all of time and all of space. And honestly, many scoopers have hinted that Thanos is returning, and Marvel Studios themselves was in the process of developing a ride, an amusement park ride, where you, along with all these different versions of characters from Marvel Studios projects, fought against this variant of Thanos as he tried to take over the multiverse. And that ride has kind of been halted, right? So, like, for me, I'm sitting back, I'm looking at all this stuff, like, they try to develop Kang, seems like it's not really going well, and then obviously there's stuff with Majors, so it seems like they might go away from Kang now. And we've even heard rumors recently from, like, Alex Perez that there's going to be a lot of multiversal variant villains that will be in Avengers 5. And a big reason why I love this rumor is because it's a character you could bring to Avengers 5 and, like, instantly everybody on planet Earth would recognize that person. They are going to know Thanos. They are going to fear Thanos. And Thanos would be considered a massive freaking threat. I mean, I still want to see Thanos have a rematch with Hulk. Hopefully Hulk goes crazy again as well and becomes the Savage Hulk. That's like a totally different thing. But I want to see that rematch. I want to see Iron Man fight against Thanos again. Thanos is super cool. King Thanos, or the Thanos who wins, is such a fun character from Marvel Comics. Dude, it would be a shame if we didn't get King Thanos. And that rumor is out there, and it's one of my favorite rumors that exists. Okay, my number 3 rumor that's sustaining me as a Marvel fan out of my top 5 favorite rumors. This one is Avengers vs XMen. There have been a ton of rumors about the X-Men and Kevin Feige's plan for the X-Men within the last year or two. I mean, for one, it seems like in the post-soft rebooted MCU, the X-Men are actually going to be the focus of that whole saga. Marvel's been taking pitches and developing their X-Men right now. And on top of that, we've had the X-Men sort of pop up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? So you've got Kamala Khan being revealed to be a mutant. You had Namor pop up. You had Charles Xavier in the Illuminati of the Multiverse of Madness. And then you also have Charles Xavier name dropped in the post-credit scene of The Marvels, where you have Monica Rambeau going into that other universe, and then it's like Kelsey Grammer's Beast is there. And of course, we have Hugh Jackman back as a variant of Wolverine, hanging out with Deadpool in Deadpool and Wolverine. And a lot of scoopers and insiders have been hinting that Kevin Feige's like going to mutants, and he's going to them quickly. He has realized that the current things going on with Marvel just not really working, and he's sitting on a freaking gold mine with the X-Men and with the mutants. And X-Men 97 was like very, very much a success, at least as far as the fan base loving it. And in the midst of all these different rumors coming out, there was one about Avengers versus X-Men. This was popularized by Alex Perez over at the Cosmic Circus, but there were other people hinting that this could be happening as well, like Cryptic HD. And the rumor is that there will be an Avengers vs X-Men movie, which will involve the Fox X-Men, who will be from the universe that Monica Rambeau is currently in. So basically, you would see a lot of the Avengers from 616, maybe led by Captain Marvel and Sam Wilson, and they would be trying to get Monica back while also understanding what's going on in the multiverse, and you would essentially get a Avengers versus X-Men movie with a bunch of Fox X-Men fighting against the 616 Avengers. And if they do that, I again hope they bring Chris Evans back and Robert Downey Jr. back. Like, I hope they just go nuts with it. If you're gonna do this, like, you better have the OGs in that Avengers lineup. Otherwise, everybody's just going to root for the X-Men. And I think the X-Men would absolutely roll the current lineup of Avengers. But some people have speculated that this movie could happen after Avengers 5, perhaps in the Battle World universe or at a time when all of the universes are collapsing. And so maybe the Avengers have to fight against the X-Men for the survival of their own universe. I just think this is like a fanboy dream coming true. The ability to have all the Fox X-Men maybe done more traditionally, like the way that they have done Logan in Deadpool and Wolverine, and you have that crew versus the Avengers. Like, dude, that's amazing. That's the movie we all wanted when the Avengers were actually doing their thing in the Infinity Saga, and Hugh Jackman was still over there as Logan. He had even talked about this in interviews. He was like, dude, it would be a shame to not have the Avengers and the X-Men have something going on. I think it would be a surefire hit. I really hope this one happens, dude, because that would be such an exciting movie to get together with fans. It could feel like Civil War, where we're picking sides. We're thinking about the potential fighting in the lineup. The promotion, like the tour and the promotion, could be so freaking good, especially if you had Robert Downey Jr. back and you've got RDJ versus Hugh Jackman. I mean, come on, dude. That's absolutely incredible. And if it's like RDJ, Patrick Stewart, Kelsey Grammer, Ryan Reynolds, and you've got Chris Evans, maybe Scarlett Johansson, all the event. Like, dude, come on. That's awesome, dude. My number 2 out of my top 5 favorite Marvel rumors that are sustaining me as a fan all has to do with crazy variants from Marvel Comics. Now, look, we've seen a lot of variants already in the MCU, but what I am specifically talking about here are the rumors that we could get some of the most powerful variants of these different characters in Secret Wars. I'm talking about variants like Old Man Phoenix, a variant of Wolverine that is alive at the end of time where there's nobody else alive, so the Phoenix becomes like with him. The Phoenix goes with him, basically. Because really recently, Alex Press from the Cosmic Circus was talking about how certain elements from the 2020 Avengers and the 2022 Avengers Forever comic book stories might be adapted into Secret Wars, potentially into Avengers 5. And that story saw massive armies and collections of different variants. There was like a whole army of different Captain Marvel variants, a whole army of Steve Rogers and Captain America variants. But you also had absolutely epic versions of variant characters like Old Man Phoenix, like Avengers Prime Loki, like the Red Hulk that was also the Star brand. Like, I'm talking just the most fun, bombastic, crazy variants of characters. And if you're going to be bringing back RDJ for Secret Wars, Hugh Jackman's going to be playing around, Tobey Maguire's going to be playing around, why wouldn't you go crazy? Go throughout all the history of Marvel Comics, find the most powerful or interesting versions of Spider-Man, Hulk, Wolverine, Iron Man, and bring them to the silver screen. Bring them to that movies. If you're going to do it, now's the time to do it. You could have a variant of Tony Stark that has merged with Ultron, so he's technically like a super AI, wild-ass computer type dude. You could have Rune King Thor. You could have the Enigma Force Spider-Man or Cosmic Spider-Man. And I really do hope they do Old Man Phoenix, like Old Man Logan done by Hugh Jackman, but he has the power of the Phoenix Force. Come on, man. That's awesome. And my number 1 favorite rumor out of all the Marvel rumors, this is the one that is sustaining me the most, and also probably the most unlikely to happen, but still there's precedence for it. People have talked about it before. I'm talking about Dr. Frickin' Doom coming in and being the real big bad, the real villain of Secret Wars. There are many people that have talked about this possibility. Jeff Snyder has talked about this a lot on different YouTube videos. Like, I remember around the time that Jonathan Majors was officially fired from Marvel, I had various insiders talking about how there might be a pivot to Doctor Doom. And I remember Jeff Snyder said that one of his sources had told him that Doctor Doom was always the villain of Secret Wars. And Doctor Doom was always going to come in and sort of take over for Kang and steal all of Kang's power, and maybe steal all of the Beyonders' power. And you've got weird other hints like Doctor Doom on the cover of that Secret Wars book in the first Deadpool trailer. A lot of rumors about who's going to be cast as Doctor Doom, and Doctor Doom is apparently going to play some kind of a role in the Fantastic Four movie, and the Fantastic Four, along with Doctor Doom, are supposed to play some significant role in Secret Wars. And I love this possibility. You're doing all the Marvel characters, right? You're trying to bring a smorgasbord of characters and variants of characters. This is supposed to be a total, complete, crazy celebration of all things Marvel. If you're going to do justice to Wolverine, you're going to do justice to Iron Man, you're going to do justice to all of these different characters, you're going to do justice to Blade, you're doing justice to Marvel, right? Then you must do justice to Doctor Doom. I'm sorry, it just has to happen. We have not had an incredible version of Doctor Doom ever. I kind of like when the Nip Tuck guy was Doctor Doom, but let's be real, that's not really Victor Von Doom. I don't think you can do Secret Wars without Doctor Doom, and I think if you're just being honest to the characters of Marvel, and you're putting yourself in this scenario where the multiverse is collapsing and there's all kinds of variants, infinite variants of all the Marvel characters, then it is freaking obvious that a variant of Doctor Doom out there would come to the forefront and be the big bad. Everybody would have to deal with that Doctor Doom. And the other thing that's crazy is every version of Secret Wars has Doctor Doom essentially becoming the main villain. Like, even in the original Secret Wars, he steals the power of the Beyonder. Like, that's what happens. It's Doctor Doom doing Doctor Doom things, and that is something that has been sorely missing from all Marvel content since, like, forever. And this could actually happen. There are actual insiders talking about this as a possibility, and I'm like, please, 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 please let it happen. If this happens, I will forgive Ralph Boner. I'll forgive Gaia and the weird-ass Secret Invasion show. I will forgive all transgressions if they just let Doctor Doom be Doctor Doom and take over for everybody and be the main threat of Secret Wars. That would be perfect for me. Let's make it happen. What do you think about these rumors? Do you think they're going to happen? Or do you think I'm just setting myself up for failure, and in a couple of years' times, I'll be making a video like this just complaining that none of this happened? If you enjoyed this video, smash a like on it. If I see like a bunch of likes on this video, I'll know that these are the kind of videos maybe you guys want to see more of. Either way, let me know what you're thinking. And as I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.